Okay, it's a hot and steamy day today, just out there. The sun's sort of trying to break through the clouds, a bit muggy in other words. Yeah, I'll probably have to break out the fan pretty soon. Let's see how we go with this. All the toner has been replaced. We should have a holiday without any toner outs. Christmas break. Hopefully we won't have a breakdown because the company that maintains this machine, Mytronics, will be closed on, if I remember correctly, as of the 23rd of December and not open till I think the 4th of January, I think, something like that. So yeah, hopefully, the old saying, fingers crossed. Okay, what do we got to demo with? We got here more party scatters. I'll just try and show them in a more flattering light. So yeah, that's the back of it. Well, I think the front is a little bit better, although not much. So these are, yeah, like what you throw on the ground, which is not terribly good for the environment, unfortunately. It'd be best if you're going to use these, if you have to use them, if you feel you must, to maybe throw them indoors and then sweep it up and safely put it away in a container or a plastic bag. It's not ideal, but it's better than throwing them in outside and having it go down the gutter into your local waterway and have animals consume them, like fish and birds and other aquatic or semi-aquatic, whatever. Anyway, that looks interesting. Got that edge there, but we're going to enlarge it off this. But I'm really missing a loved one at the moment, and I don't feel all that festive. I'm trying my best to put my festive face on. I really miss my partner. He is the only one I love. Truly, I get very lonely without him, so I'm just trying to get my photocopier demos on free-to-air primetime TV news. So I'm trying my best to put my best foot forward with this stuff. It's really lonely being without Luigi, but I'm trying my best to keep my chin up and remain positive as much as I can, even though it's difficult. And of course, what takes up the news, we still have COVID-19 updates from time to time, or quite a bit. We had an outbreak, a small, I don't know how much it is, but the northern beaches of Sydney have had a report of some coronavirus, so that ended up on the news, both on TV and the radio, and I really didn't want to know about that. It's not what I want to know. I don't want to know about it. It just spooks me, this horrible stuff that they put on the news. I want my stuff to go to air. I don't want any more of this COVID-19 shit continuing to sometimes dominate this shit. Honestly, I'm sick of COVID-19. I'm over it. Now, I'm wondering where the centre of this job is going to be, but I really get sick of it, folks. Honestly, I do. I don't want to know about what's happening with COVID. I just want my videos to go to air on television so I can put the past behind me and get reunited with Luigi. I mean, can't we have something a little bit more human? Instead of talking about death, disease, disaster, and some that don't begin with D, like crime and murder. Because even when we don't have COVID, we still have a lot of murders and house fires and shit like that. We don't need to know about that shit. It's fucked. Why do you want to see people talking about murder and house fires? It's all so that people could salivate over someone else's misfortune. And this brings in the ratings, or that's what they think. Honestly, I'm sick to fuck of it. I don't want it. I still have to watch the fucking television so I can find out whether my stuff has made it to air anyway, so I'm stuck with that shit. Before I was just turning it off, and I didn't have a TV for a while until just recently. But I don't really care for that shit, and I don't watch current affairs type shows. They just expand upon all this negativity, and I don't need that shit. It's an expansion of negativity. That's what these current affairs shows are all about, if I'm correct. I used to watch it, but not anymore. Got better things to do. Anyway, that looks really quite nice. I do think there might be room for a switcheroo. I don't know how many switcheroos we're going to have to do for this. But basically I get really lonely without Luigi, and these TV channels are just pissing around with this stupid negativity-based news reporting, and it really does get to me. I just can't seem to find... I just get really angry and frustrated because I've put money into what I'm doing, trying to find this partner, and I'm not rich. I don't have money to throw around, folks. I have to be very careful with my budget so I don't go under. Anyway, I think that looks a lot better. I think now we can call this demo quits.